Vice versa. Almost 2 3 weeks have passed. We didn't have the class. That does not mean all of you who have been listening, not only to me or to anybody anywhere, that you did not have that awareness of yourself in all these days. You don't have to wait for a class, wait for a talk, to be with yourself, or as more people will say, to experience yourself. Yet, after listening to these things for the longest time, there are many, many people who shall still say, I have not experienced it. I have all the informations, but I don't know what it is. How to know that? I asked, what is that you want to know? I mean, this infinity, absolute happiness, freedom, immortality, some people name it God, God experience. I thought, we'll see that very clearly, not that we have not seen it clearly, but look at things in a very beautiful way. From your own words, your own descriptions, your own experiences, please try to see it right here and now. You want to be the infinity. What does it mean? Infinite, infinite, no finite, no limitations. I want to be immortal. Let us start with this very simple assumption. What is that you want to be? If I give you 3 choices. To be alive, to be happy, or to be knowledgeable. What shall you say? You are no more a child. If you are a child, balastavat krida saktaha, the child doesn't look for infinity, consciousness, Brahman, Ishvara. No. Krida sakta. The child wants to play around, play and be happy. A grown-up baby, like a young person, tarunastavat taruni raktaha. Shankara so beautifully says the human dimensions of this absolute knowledge is amazing. As a child, The baby is totally immersed in playthings. Always playing, playing, playing. That is why the children, you live with balloons and toys, they do not miss you. You miss them and then go to pick him up. Elders are bored, children are not. They are playing. Tarunastavat taruni rakta. The little grown-up babies, what you call as a young man, young woman, mutual admiration. The young man interested in a young woman interested in a young man, meaning the children, when they are playing with the non-living inert things and toys, a grown-up boy or girl, man or woman, young people, they need the inert toys like a car, money, houses, everything. But surely, playing with a living toy is more alluring because there is love, affection, emotion, attraction, reciprocation. Because when you play with a flower, the flower doesn't say, "Oh, so sweet, thank you." When you play with the gold doesn't say anything. Gold doesn't respond. Nothing responds. But a living thing responds. That is why when you are grown up, you are attracted by another man or woman. A living thing. It can be a puppy also. It can be a cub. Any living things, you are interested. That is why pet industry nowadays is not a billion, $1 trillion industry, because more and more the men and women are incapable of handling their own emotions. The pets, animals become very, very precious. They can live with 10 dogs, but not one man or one woman. So the young person in a youthful exuberance, taruni shakta, taruna shakta. Okay. Then what happens is, this obsession with the non-living toys, or both non-living and living toys, as a young person disappears when the person starts becoming old. Old means your body no more responds to run around with a football, tennis, swimming, climbing, every type of pastime activities you are doing, you automatically keep off because your body no more allows you to play like a child. And of course, physically, when becoming weaker and weaker and weaker, the physical attraction to bodies, that also becomes lesser and lesser and lesser. Listen carefully. At that time, what happens? Vruddha, elderly person. Elderly you cannot define. Who is elderly? Somebody can be behaving like an old man when he is 10-year-old. Somebody 60, 70, 80, 90 can be absolutely youthful because he is alive and well inside. But physically, when you look at it, vruddhastava chintamagna. Most young people, they will grow up to be anxiety-ridden, frustrated, full of regrets in life as to what is that they should have done or could have done. That is why chintamagna. This is human world. Just don't try to forget everybody's happiness, everybody's Brahman, everybody's truth. Yeah, you can tell that. But look at the person's experiences. Why is it so? In spite of every type of information, the person still feels alienated, separated, anxiety-ridden, regrets, I should have done, I could have done, why I did not do. Shankara so beautifully writes, Balastavat kridasakta, child is playing with the toys, non-living toys, or a living little pet. The youthful people, those who are young, 20, 30, 40, in that age group, you are mutual attraction. And then, after some time, when the physical body is no more capable of running around a football or a game or running around the world, and there is no more attraction to another body, then what happens? Chinta magna, oh, those were the days when we were children, we went to this place, that place. That is why when you meet an elderly person, you get tired because they go on talking about their stupid experiences from childhood or youth. Same experiences you have to listen 20 times. That is the time that every child or every young person will run away from that because they have heard that story for millionth time. Chinta magna. If you tell them that, they don't understand because they think every time they're taking it fresh. They're talking it fresh, Same nonsense they have been repeating mindlessly, and don't blame them. That is what the old age is all about. For average person, if you have a person organized your life well, lived your childhood, lived your youth, and in the youth you got the knowledge of the absolute. That person is not old who has a head full of white hairs, a full head of white hairs, grey hair. That person is old, one who in the youth has gained the knowledge of the absolute. Thereafter there is no need to gain something or to lose something. Anyway, so that person when he is old, chinta magna, oh God, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that. Even the people, some people looked for happiness in the sense objects, in sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. Independent sound, touch, sense, sight, independent sounds, touches, taste, smells, and the taste and the sights. And then the younger person, 25, 20, 30, the physical body itself becomes the biggest sense object. Because physical body, we have seen it all in the earlier stages, but let me just repeat it today. The same body can be most beautiful sound, because loving person talking to you, you shall drop every music and talk to him. Why do you sing? To attract somebody who loves singing. Not that is the purpose, but you think you are giving them happiness. So the other person also gets hooked to you. The physical body can produce the best sound. Loving sound. Best sound doesn't mean competition, music competition. Who cares? When your child talks to you, you will drop every other music and talk to the baby. Because mama, oh wow, I love you. That little 3-letter word sentence, soon people, they just get destroyed. Wow. Nobody tells me I love you. I want to love somebody. Oh, you want to love somebody, but you never love yourself. How sweet. Other day, one gentleman wrote me a note, Swamiji, your statements, your writings are magical. I want to find some time to come back and know you better. I wrote him back, so sweet of you that you want to know me better. You shall never know me. Why? You will not know anybody. Because whomsoever you want to know about, what shall you know about me? You ask people, there will be different people who will have a different types of opinion. You say, I'm very successful, the other fellow say, I'm a crook. You shall say, I'm wonderful, that fellow say, you are stupid. Because this is jealousy, ruins supreme in life. Are you jealous? You may say, I don't know. Simple taste. You can see that. Whenever somebody praises somebody in front of you, take your simple taste. Whenever somebody praises, oh, that teacher was better, oh, that singer was better, that person is a very good person. If the moment you start resisting inside, you are jealous of that person. Just, it's a very simple test. that Mr. So-and-so is a very good singer. What do you know? The moment you ask yourself, the moment resistance comes up, your religion is good, but nothing like Hinduism, you know. Ah, Hinduism, stupid, their caste system, this. Jealous. Food is very nice, but nothing like an Indian food or Chinese food or the Thai food or the Swiss chocolate. What have you tasted? You have not tasted anything, what I have tasted. Understand? Jealousy means immediate resistance to everything. So, you want to know about me from somebody? Even if the person knows I am better than them, they will not say that. Ah, he is a good man. That means a lot more things has to be achieved. How is he going to know that? So when you learn about me from people, you shall never know the truth. If you ask me about myself, you will also never know the truth because you shall be always suspicious. Is it really true? But if I help you to know about yourself, who you are, both dimensions, limited as well as limitless. You have limited identities, you are limitless. When you know something about yourself, your jealousy wiped out, your non-acceptance, your rejection, your resistance, everything wiped out. Why? Because I am the happiest man. I am not the only one. Everybody is. So don't try to come to know me, admire me. In the Upanishad, you don't come to the teaching these classes. When you come, don't try to listen to some guru. Listen to somebody, a teacher. I'm going to get some information. Don't waste your time. If that teaching, that communication doesn't introduce you to yourself, the flawless infinity absolute, disappear. Or else you shall end up in comparing and contrasting million minds, million books, million institutions, million traditions and customs. But you shall be the most miserable one. You will be a collector of ideas, but never the embodiment of the idea. You will have collector of many ideas, many thoughts, many traditions. You are a walking encyclopedia. You are a walking, very, very learned person, informed person. But you are the most stupidest person because if by chance somebody says, he heard something better than what you spoke, what do you know? Jealousy will run supreme. In this absolute wisdom, one thing, everything happens is no jealousy, no comparison, no contrast, no inferiority, no superiority. Samanadhika varjita. There is nothing equal, there is nothing lesser, nothing more. Everything is beautiful. Understand that. So when you are a young person, an elderly person, you shall be a very jealous person. You think what you have achieved, that is the best. Others, they just don't exist. Bruddhastavat chinta magna. To that man, with after that what condition? Death. Death is a great leveler. He levels you up. There also you shall say, I die of a smaller disease, you are dying of this, this nonsense you will talk. That's not there, no time to know. You may talk that, but there is nobody to listen to you. You'll be lying down alone in the bed and dying if you're lucky, or else you'll be knocked out somewhere and it's finished. But you died frustrated. Bruddhastava chintamag. So if you ask a person, 30, 40-year-old, by the time you have lived your life, you have crossed your childhood, you have got the excitement, got over the excitement of the youth and the youthful engagements. And then you look at it, getting into that age where the past becomes very romantic, future uncertain, present is very miserable. That person, if you want, sir, what do you want? You want to live well? Do you want to be alive? You want to be happy or you want to be knowledgeable? What shall he say? I want to be alive. Think of it. I want to be alive. Why? If I am alive, then only I shall plan to be happy. Then only I shall plan to be knowing something. Are you getting that point? Don't be too idealistic and say, everybody must know everything. Shut it up. Everybody must be happy. Everybody should be given happiness. These are political propaganda. Religious promises here and the hereafter. What do you want? I don't want to meet the hereafter. Don't tell me what happens after my death. I don't care. Why? I don't want to die. So don't give me the lollipop after the death. Listen carefully. I want to be alive. Is there anybody who shall exchange that idea? No. I can die today, but I want to be happy. Oh, really? I want to be happy how? I want to know everything. Really? Know about what? And why? Because you are going to die. You want to be alive. Alive for one day or ever. Immortal. Listen carefully. We'll go into that. It's a beautiful idea, friends. It hit. Because when I see people, meet people, talk to people, 50 long years have gone. Such beautiful wisdom. By God's grace, meet the teacher, got the knowledge, hit the world, wow. Nothing else happens. Don't look at a wise man, be wise. Don't look at an informed person. Don't look at somebody else, oh, he has got big houses, he has got a big car. So what? Sir, you may have the biggest house. How many beds you sleep in your 500 bedroom palace? In how many rooms you sleep? Your leg somewhere, your toe somewhere, your stomach somewhere, your hand somewhere? Same stupid bedroom. It's golden, diamond, platinum, rare earth. You can't do anything, sir. You have to be on a bed. And that also, you can, spondylitis, lie down on the floor. Whole life people are unnecessarily comparing, contrasting, being jealous, being miserable. What do you really want? Child doesn't know what else he wants. Immediate sensations are good enough. Youthful also is the same way. After the innocence of childhood is gone, excitement of the youthful engagement is over, the reality strikes him. Soon the bell will ring, the departure announcement, everything will fall apart. So what will happen? The person is so tired. So ask him, what do you want? When all these excitements, everything disappear, I want to live peacefully forever. Okay, now take that statement. What does it mean to live forever, immortal? With that we shall start. Then we will know how everything is so simple and easy. What is immortality? Don't give me 2 quotations from this book, that book, this book. No. You think for yourself. Think for yourself. What is immortality? Mortality means what? Absence. Now I am here, I am dead to my room. Now you are in ashram, you are dead to the rest of the universe. But so death means what? At a particular time you are not there, at a particular place you are not there, not an object. We are not with an object. Think. So Mortality means desha, kala, vastu, parichinnam. Limited in time, place, objectivity. You are limited in time because, simple example, take this flower. It is desha, kala, vastu, parichinnam, limited in time. Now it is available. Yesterday it was not there. Tomorrow it will not be there. Limited in time. Limited in place because it is here, not there. It is now here, but not anywhere else. Dead to every other place. And vastu because it's a flower and not a fruit, mountain, any other thing is not. So it is mortal. Because available here, not everywhere. Available now, not all places. Available as a flower and not anything else. This is limitation. Not on this little flower has got, now put your own body into that. This physical body has a limitation of time. 60, 70, 80 years back it was not there. After a few years it will not be there. Place-wise, so many places it has moved, but whenever he has moved, it remains in that place and not any other place. And then it is also just a human body and not a body of any other kind. And one time this body will go back into the elements. Here, wherever is standing, there itself will be drop dead and can merge into the elements. And of course, wherever it is, there it is finished. One time, one place, one place. One time, one place. Now, here, body will go. I don't want to die means what? I should be available at all times, all places, all conditions. So immortality means it should have no limitations of time, meaning it should be available all times. It should have no limitations of place, meaning it should be available at all places throughout the universe. And it should be in and through every object. That means what? Listen carefully. Immortality is not a time. Immortality is not a place. Immortality is not an object. Because it should be available at all times. So time is not immortal. I hope you understand that. It should be available at all times. So time is not immortal. All time is continuously changing. So time is not immortal. It should be available at all places. That means no place is immortal. So there is no immortal place to die. There is no immortal time to die. No object is immortal because it is a thing and not everything. So immortality cannot be a thing, it should be everything. It is not a place, it is all places. It is not a moment at all times. That means if you are seeing a differences among time and space and object, immortality means no differences of time kind, space kind, object kind. Do you understand that? Very difficult, huh? Think. And what is that? It's not a time. Dinayaminyo sayam prata sishiravasantu punarayata. Day, night, dawn, dusk, night, waking, dream, sleep, none of this. It's not a space. Here, there, everywhere. Bhur, bhuva, suvaha, mahajana, tapa, satyam. The whole universe. Different levels of existence is not. It is in and through everything. So immortality is not a time. Immortality is not a place. Immortality is not an object. Now, stuck to a body, in time, in place, you want to be at all times, all places. You understand that point? That means even before you try to be all times, all places, in and through all objects, you are an inseparable part of infinite existence. The so-called time or the place or the object cannot stand apart from something which is at all times, all places, in and through everything. Infinity is not a place. Infinity is not a moment or a time. It's not a unit of time, not a unit of space, or an object of any kind. It's like, take an example. Where is space? Space is in every place. Space is not a place. Space is in every place. Space is not a thing. Space is in everything. Space is not a time. It is all times. Space you can feel outside. You can feel. Space cannot be heard, cannot be touched, cannot be tasted, cannot be smelt. Has no sensation of any kind. Understand? And if I ask you, Swamiji, how to go to space? Suppose you ask me, please tell me, how to go to space? You don't have to go to space. Space has gone to you even before you are trying to reach. Space doesn't alienate you. Space doesn't separate you. You have created this sense of alienation, separation from the space. Time doesn't time you. Your body is part of the time-space. So when you say infinity, available at all times, that means time is not infinity. Because infinity is in all times, so that's something which is at all times and all and through all places, and it's not a thing in and through all objects. That means what? Has it ever been separated from anything? Can it ever be separated from anything? Neither anything feels separated, isolated, alienated, except a human being because of the individuality, I thought. Only one thing. The rest of the universe are so together. Sit down alone and think of it. Nobody wants to do that. Did this space ever alienate you, separate you? Can it? But you feel separated. I'm in my village, so you are not in space. I'm only in the Arctic Circle. I'm in Himalayan heights. I'm in Pacific depth. Space. Can the timeless Can you stand apart from timeless? That which is at all times, all places, in all conditions, that will not alienate anybody, it will not separate anybody, it cannot distance itself from anybody or anything. And nothing in this universe shall feel alienated and separated except a human being. And not the child of when the human being is a child, but only when you are a young adult and have a sense of I individuality, you feel separated. Nothing separates you. That is why your sense of separation, death, weakness, comparison, contrast is a self-inflicted persecution. Even to say I'm a PhD, it is a self-persecuted persecution. To be proud of your little achievement or to look down upon yourself as so-called failure, this is all persecution. Because you are separating yourself from everybody. Can you think of it? What shall people say? Nobody likes me. Nobody likes you, or you don't like yourself. And why are you interested in one or two idiots around you to say, I love you, I love you, I love you? The whole universe loves you. Did any time the vast space send you a notice prohibited to come to my place? Did the air ever tell you, I will never get into your nostril? Did the fragrance ever say so? Did the winter say so? Did the night or day or dusk, day or dawn or dusk, did they say so? Nobody separates you. Your sense of separation is inherent in you, in that individuality. The moment you say I, others are separated. That is why the celebrated Upanishads statement is that Advaye Dvayadarshana, Avaye Vayadarshana. In the fearless existence, you see the fear. In the inseparable existence, you see the separation. Advaite Dvaita Darshanam. In the non-dual, you are seeing the dualities. Nothing wrong in seeing the duality. But to be that dual, the division, it's one individual, as say, Abhivaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Wow, what a statement. Abhivaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Indivisible in and through the universe, existing as though divided. That is why when you say infinity, listen carefully, it is not a thing, it is not a time, it is not a place, in and through everything it is existing. So, in how many ways you shall reach something which has already reached you? One way? Only one way? No way? Or infinite ways? Listen the statement, friends. Reaching. How many ways? I'm deliberately that because other atom bomb is coming. Reaching. Infinity cannot be reached because already reached. If you make, listen carefully, you call it infinity, call it ashima, call it borderless. How many names are can I talk to you? If it is everywhere, how many ways to reach it? What are you talking, reaching it? I don't have to reach it, it has already reached me. If it doesn't reach me, it is not infinity. So, what has happened is, religions, and those religions which have made whatever is their concept of a God, is a space-specific God, or a time-specific God, a place-specific God. He's somewhere, you create another name, heaven, or godly home, X, Y, Z. I am not the last one to talk about this rubbish, forget it. Understand the principle. If you make the infinity a time-bound, space-bound abode for the infinity, what shall you happen? That which is everywhere at all times, all places, all conditions has already reached you, engulfed you, overwhelmed you even before you try to reach there or think of going there. And the moment you say, my God is only that place, and there is a distance between me and my God, if there is a distance between me and my infinity, if distance between me and anything, of course you have to travel. How many paths? As many people. Because each one will try to find out a way. And then what is it? All the paths lead to the same goal. By goal is everywhere. Infinity is not a goal. It's already reached, it has reached everything all at a time. Like you are planning to reach universe. Standing in the on the earth, we are going to go to moon. Yes, you can, because this is another satellite, or a star, or a galaxy. Those are all different places, but Brahmanda, the universe, is not a place. When you say universe, it is not name of a star or a planet or a spot or a village or my home. Universe includes everything. It has reached me. If it doesn't include me, it is not a universe. Now, friends, think of it. So nothing physical, grossly physical, can be infinity. Because grossly physical means a part of a physical, material, tangible universe. It cannot be infinity by itself. It is part of infinity is different. But by itself it cannot be infinity. Right or wrong? Because this gross universe has no access to my thought. This gross universe has to become a thought in my head. Are you getting that point, please? Whatever I see, whatever I hear, whatever I touch, whatever I taste, whatever I smell, they becoming thoughts. So the gross space, which accommodates everything, they are not in this subtle thought realm where I am conscious. So the gross objects have no place in my subtle thought realm. They can be there as thoughts, but the gross object cannot be in the head. The expanse of the vast space can be in consciousness. But this space itself cannot go inside. Do you understand? I hope you understand what I am talking about. When you close your eyes, if the physical body exists in the vast space, Mahakasa, your thoughts are in the Chidakasa, space, consciousness space. All of us are existing in same physical space outside. All of us, from all countries, all continents. It doesn't matter what type of person you are. And all our thoughts are in the same Chidakas, consciousness space. It doesn't depend upon Indian's consciousness, American consciousness, Australian consciousness, European consciousness, masculine consciousness, feminine consciousness. No, same consciousness. And that consciousness has no limitation of space. Anywhere you are conscious. To be conscious, where should you go? The consciousness in Himalayan caves, that is where the nutcases becomes disastrous. To be conscious, where should you go? Womb of a desert, bottom of the sea, loneliness of a planet, vastness of a galaxy. Where should you go to be conscious? And what time? Daytime? Night time? Dawn or dusk? Martian time scheme or galactic time frame? All times. All places. There is no limitation for consciousness. Body has limitation: childhood, youth, adult age, old age. Child is conscious, young man is conscious, adult is conscious, old man is conscious. Is it bound to the Earth planet? Whole solar system, the entire galaxy, wherever the body goes, yatra yatra, you can say that wherever the thought moves, they say yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadha. Wherever the thoughts move in samadhi, chetana, consciousness. You can add to that. Yatra yatra deho yati, tatra tatra samadha. Wherever the thoughts move, wherever the body moves, wherever the bodies move, every galactic movement, the gross physical universe with all its movement, or there is no movement, all thought movements in consciousness. In all these places, gross or subtle, consciousness is there. Where? At all times, all places, in everything. So the true immortality means that should be at all times, all places, in and through everything, and that something is Chetana, awareness. It is already me. But the I, the individuality, is such a thing. Please appreciate, friend, the whole world, every day millions of people are being born, millions are dying, and there are always these leftovers, 8 billion, 9 billion, 10 billion people are killing each other with a sense of total separation from each other, as well as division and separation inside himself. Internal division, intra-division, interpersonal conflict, intrapersonal conflict, all because there is a sense of separation. In which world? In man's world. Only in the human being. Only species which in the name of a world war, when you destroy the country and continents, whales also will die, aquatic world will disappear, also animal world will disappear. The virus, so small microbes also can disappear. Why? Atomic disaster. Who destroys it? Only human being. And this human being is so stupid. My one single role is more important than all the humanity. For me to be king, I don't mind killing everybody else. For my religion to be superior, I don't mind destroying every religious person or every religious concept. As a politician, my way of thinking is so stupid and so wonderful that I should be, what will happen? That every other politician is absolutely useless. Everybody's political thoughts are useless. What are they doing? It's all because I, not knowing myself that I am part of it, I am the infinity. Infinity is here, and nobody is separated from that. Looking at myself through a role which is limited, I feel so persecuted that I want to engulf every other roles, convert everybody or destroy everybody so that I can be important. And how many ways you can reach there, friends? If there is a distance, there can be ways and many ways. If there is no distance, how many ways? If this much you understand, then the next question is, then why do I struggle? It is because my sense of individuality, I literally suffers, insufferably suffers a sense of separation. And who creates the sense of separation? Listen carefully. Who creates the sense of separation? The creation did not create the sense of separation. The body did not invoke the sense of separation. The individuality alone invoked the sense of separation. If the individuality alone invoked the sense of separation, individuality alone should be taken away so that the sense of separation goes away. You don't have to ask for proof from somewhere. Deep sleep, you are gone, your sense of separation also is gone. Only in deep sleep, see the beauty of it. Only in deep sleep? No, any moment of forgetfulness, in all moments of sensations, sensation orientation, in all types of, when you are listening to something beautiful, you are touching something, intimacy, tasting something, smelling something, seeing something. In every moment of forgetfulness, you are not there. That is why, friends, entertainment industry is such a $1 trillion industry. Religions which are entertainment oriented, they also are a $1 billion industry. The musical industry, the musicians will call, okay, 1,000 people come and listen to that. So suppose you make it a religious gathering, so does it make any difference? Why? You are making them to forget everything. Why do you go to the movies? Why do you go to any places? Now we are watching the games. Everything. Nothing wrong in those things, for God's sake, understand. But what is happening there? Wherever something makes you forget yourself, you feel so great. Why? Individuality has gone. How long can it last? Once the engagement with the sense object goes away, yehi sansparsaja bhoga dukkha yevane vade. Ye bhogaha, those senses, sensations or sense pleasures, are dukkha yevana, womb of sorrow. Why? Adyantavanta kaunteya. They have a beginning and end. The sense organ comes in touch with the sense object, is the beginning of the sensation. When the separate sensation comes to an end, the sorrow begins. So that becomes the so-called forgetfulness becomes the womb of sorrow. Because from where the sorrow is inherent, the thrill, excitement is occasional, just for a moment, momentary. After that, again it will be back there. That is why everybody loves sense pleasure. Everybody. Animals included. Animals only do that. Are you getting that point, sir? Everybody. You eat something, wow, it's so beautiful. You talk to somebody you like, wow, so nice. You touch something you enjoy, oh, so nice. You touch or you are touched, embraced, wow, so nice. You taste some food, enjoy a fragrance, listen to a sound, lovely sights. That is why, please understand, none in this universe and all human beings all the time experiencing the immortality, the absolute. There is no question of your not reaching it because it has reached you. Not only it has reached you as it is, but every moment you have a sensation, every moment you are experiencing something, it is also, you are reaching there. How else you think people survive? in every moment of forgetfulness. Wow. Why do you like the people who make you laugh? All these comedians. Slapstick jokes, funny writings, humorous stuff. When you laugh, you forget everything for some time. Whoever reminds you of your smallness, imagine, whoever reminds you how stupid you are. You are so ugly. You are so poor. Oh, you think you are so rich. All these type of statements, friends, how many can I give you? Every type of statement that reminds you of your limitation, it will persecute you. All the statements that remind you of your so-called superiority also will destroy you. Because they are two different, contrasted, comparative dimensions. Infinity doesn't compete with anybody. There is no sense of competition. There is no sense of comparison. Samanadhika varjita, sarvopadhi vinirmukta, sarvavastha vivarjita. O mother, you are free from all upadhis. Sarva avastha vivarjita, free from all avastha. Waking, dream, deep sleep, childhood, youth, old age. There are no different conditions in consciousness. There are no different roles and limitations in the limitless. Call it awareness, Chetana. So suppose, call it nameless awareness, Brahman, Chaitanya, consciousness, anything. Suppose you want to make it Ishvara, God, then also listen carefully. Somebody will say Ishvara, but what is that? You locally place him somewhere. For the children to start, you may say that Vishnu stays in Vaikuntha, Brahma is in Brahmalok, and the Shiva is in Shivalok, Kailas. Why are you punishing them by putting them in a place when they are everywhere? For you to worship, you imprison them. Very beautiful. I am reveling in myself all pervasive. Then you tell me you are a good boy. Or you are absolute rascal. So what will happen? You are giving me an identity. When I am telling you, you are not having an identity whatsoever, you are all pervasive reality, because it is not my grace, it is not my granting you a favor or a book's granting you a favor. It is because infinity cannot exist in one time, one place, in through one object. It is in and through everything. At all times, all places, all conditions, means time cannot be timeless, space cannot be spaceless, object cannot be all objects. So, holding on an object, sitting down in one place, sticking to one time, you shall never be absolute infinity. And if you recognize infinity, you can never cease to be infinity under all circumstances. Pashyan, Shunvan, Sprughan, Jiganan, Asnan, Gachan, Swapan, Swashan, Pralapan, Visujan, Unmishan, Nimishan, Nabi, Nakinchit Karomiti Uktamanyeda Tattuvit. One who is aware of himself, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling. Every experience is a gateway of infinity. That is why Vidyaranya Swami, how beautifully says, Vishayananda Brahmananda Panchadasi. Vishayananda Brahmananda. In every sense experience, the absolute manifests. What is manifest? It is already there. You think it is coming. Hungerlessness is always there. Not that when hunger goes, hungerlessness comes. It's not that when the house is demolished, space comes. No, space is always there, in and through the house. If you demolish it also, it is there. If you build it also, it is there. You can't remove the space to build a something. You can't remove consciousness to build a sensation. In every perception, in every sensation, in every experience, that is why meditation is not an isolated experience. In every experience there is meditation, that is yourself. So how can you say, I find it difficult? Yes, you find it extremely difficult because you are so much stuck on your individuality. And of course, helplessly because you didn't know it. But once you started suffering, how long should you suffer? And who shall release you? If your own individuality persecutes you, who shall release you? Which even if I say you are not suffering, why is he talking like that? 5 rupees, huh? Oh. So the students, the person who is interested, they become the worst like Bhasmasura. Shiva, with his kindness, give to the fellow the power. Whomsoever I am guarding you, whomsoever especially these sidekicks everywhere. The guys who hang around the big people, they are the worst fellows. Because they get used to shining in reflected glory. They shall never be the glorious person they are living with. They will never be. Because they shine. It's like the pujari getting the respect for the God. It will be extremely exemplary and rare people who move around the best and the biggest and the wonderful, maybe the infinite in an incarnation, yet not to feel, I am so great. Why? Until he or she discovers the greatness. When you start enjoying your stupidity, you shall always be condemned to that stupidity for the rest of your life. Oh, I saw Krishna in my dream, so everything is fine. When Krishna was alive, there are millions of people hanging around them or not? How come Kansa never changed? How come Jarasandha never changed? How come Shishupala never changed? How come these boys, Pandava, Kaurava brothers never changed? Now, then one fellow who is stuck on that, he says, oh, the sadhu is, the Swami is talking nonsense. I'm not a Swami, a sadhu, guru, I'm truth. These are all roles we put on, sir. Your body is a dress. What to call dress on the dress? That is formless absolute. What form can limit it? What name can limit it? What perception can limit it? What sensation can limit it? What is that something which can be, what is something which you cannot see or you must see? Cannot have a thought or must have that thought? There is no such thing. Infinity, glorious. But the person takes the boon and tries to put it on Shiva's head, Bhasmasura. You never had any idea. You pick up some idea, experiment in Guru, not in yourself. I say, you are the happiness absolute. Then say, if he says he is the happiness absolute, then how come he is eating laddu? So you collected some ideas to put him into the taste, right? All these things our scriptures know it. That is why they say, Bhavadvaitam sada kuriyat, Kriyadvaitam na karichit, Advaitam trishlokeshu nadvaita gurunasa. Bhavadvaitam sada kuriyat. In your bhava, in your thinking, in your being, always oneness everywhere, infinity everywhere. Kriyadvaitam na karichit. In your action, don't show duality. Monkey and me is same. Crocodile and me is same. So I eat crocodile, crocodile eat me. No, don't worry that. Don't do that. Water and me are same element. No, you will drown. Kriyadvaita, not in action. The oneness. Their oneness is in spite of the differences, not absence of difference. You have to understand this. Advaitam Trishalokeshu, see the oneness everywhere. Nadvaita Gurunasa, the one who is teaching you. And if he is a right teacher, that's a big if. You should see that thing for yourself and not experiment on him. Because a teacher has got 100 students. To 100 different people, 100 different ways he shall say. See, he's telling him, take the laddu, telling me not to learn. That means isme kuch kala. He's giving a little more importance to that person, not giving the marriage. That means what? Arre, why if he gives some importance to somebody so that the fools can get out of the sense of limitation and go to himself. If he punishes somebody because this person is so obsessed with his own role, that said, don't do that. So suddenly, for an onlooker, what will it appear? He's like a doctor giving the treatment to the people. Somebody has a heart attack, he has put him into the ICU, put it in the ventilator. Somebody's leg broken, he has put him in the compound on the wall. There is no bed. Lie down there with the leg up. And this fellow complains. See how partial? He's putting him in the ventilator, in the ICU. And here I am lying down there. Are his disease is different, your disease is different. That is why there shall be many different ways people will talk about these things. But unfortunately, do not make God a finite entity, place-based and time-based. You can't make it time-based, so you make it place-based. That is, in a particular somewhere something God is hiding. Is it so? If it is infinity, at all times, all places, all conditions, please understand it has reached you before you try to reach them. So in what all ways you can experience it? Every possible way. You see something, you experiencing it, beautiful, takes you to yourself. You touch something, takes you to yourself. Vishaya Ananda, in every sense, pleasure, sensation, the same reality is on. There is no sensation, there is no perception, there is no experience of which consciousness is not an inseparable part. Like space remains an inseparable part, be that of a mountain, desert, ocean, whatever you call that. No object in the universe can be existing without being touched by the space. So this is what about the gross body, subtle body, causal body, waking, dream, deep sleep. Nothing can be experienced without the touch of consciousness. Brahmaivahamidam jagatsa sakalam chinmatra vistaritam. Only one awareness, all pervasive. So which experience you can have without consciousness being a part of it? So in every experience there is meditation. How many times we have talked? Meditation is not an isolated experience. In every experience there is meditation. Happiness is not an isolated sensation. In so-called sensation of every kind, happiness, Chaitanya runs supreme. Names are yours. The nameless is content of every name. It's not a name. All that is burnt is fire. Fire doesn't burn itself. All that floats in water is not water. All that is buried by the earth is not earth. All that is blown away by the breeze is not the breeze. All that is known, understand, there it will fail. All that is seen, heard, touched, tasted are objects. But the moment you go into consciousness, thoughts are not heard or seen or touched or tasted. All the thoughts are the product of your touch, taste, smell, sight. All that you see, hear, taste has become thoughts. But thoughts are not heard, are not taught, are not touched, not tasted, not smelled. Thoughts are known. That knowing principle becomes inseparable part of not only thought, but the perception. That eyes which see the object. Consciousness, Kotsakras, waking, dream, deep sleep, past, present, future, childhood, youth, old age, it manifests. It is there always, in every experience, in every object. Like space cannot be away from anything existing in space. How much to explain? That's something you can never escape from. You're escaping it. Papa, what an artist you are. And creating a philosophy around the separations and divisions. How do you call a magician an escape artist? Because you lock him up like that, the fellow suddenly comes out of the other side of the room. In consciousness, inescape artist. You cannot escape. Cannot escape from where? From consciousness. You can escape from a place to another place, not space. You can escape from one thought to another thought, one perception to another perception, one role to another role. But can you escape from being who you are? But the great students will not understand these things. Oh, he is telling like that so that he can escape from one experience to another experience. So he gets angry with me and he says, you cannot escape. He is angry with you because, okay, that is why with whom we get angry, because we means I don't want to say that we are a wise people, who bothers all that. But suppose say that if a teacher, by chance, I'm just talking about, that the moment to speak a word, it can be misunderstood. Only if you care for somebody, you get angry with him. But on that, angry people will also escape. That is why it is so dangerous. Most important thing is, you be yourself. You want to be alive? Yes, when? All times, all places, all conditions. And that's something which is there in all places, all times, all conditions. Immortality is already here. You are inseparable part of it. You cannot escape. In every experience, it comes into manifestation. You don't need speciality experience, speciality perception. Don't hold your nose or this, that. That also is accepted. If somebody says, no, only by holding nose, I do that. But don't say everybody must hold the nose. When I listen to music, it's so fantastic. Listen. But when I eat food, it's nice. Continue. Everybody must do that. Refrain yourself from imposing yourself on everybody. Because one person says, when I do nothing, it is so nice. Do that. But therefore don't become critical of people who are seeing, hearing, touching, tasting. Don't do that. But therefore don't give a perfect logic. When I kill people, I feel very happy. Okay, then you sit down, I'll kill you. Enjoy it. You saw these Pakistan terrorists, what happened? When that Suddhanandaji has gone there, the whole house got destroyed. 14 of his own family members are destroyed. The person, the top terrorist, just think of it, a person, power, When what do you say? God, you should have taken me away. The person who kills thousands of people without second thought, now loses his own 10 to 12 people, and what he says? God, why am I survived to look at this? Then why do you do that to anybody? You don't like somebody to be angry with you, but you are angry with everybody and punish everybody and destroy everybody. What type of people? The more and more these things we see in the world, especially the clear insight, you see for yourself that even after looking at it, it's like, as they say, drinking hala hala, drinking molten iron, like Shankara's example they gave. You see the flaws, but you can't say that anything because the person will turn it back to you. Oh, so you are looking at the flaws. So you commit mistakes and I should say, Mahadeva, Mahadeva. Think of it, friends. So close your eyes for a moment. Just see that. What is there something you want in life? To be alive. Happiness comes later on, knowledge comes later on. Alive means what? At all times, all places, all conditions. Immortal. So immortality, that which is present at all times, all places, in all conditions. So there is no time when it is not, there is no place where it is not. There is no object in and through which it is not. It has no limitations of time. It's available at all times, no limitations of place, available in all places, no limitation of object in and through all object. So that immortality, whatever you call it, has reached each one of us, everything in this universe, before we even try to reach it. In every perception it manifests. In every sensation it manifests. In your waking, dream, deep sleep, in every state it is there in and through everything. How can we ever escape this? And if there is a sense of separation, it's only in the human species, and you are a human being. Where it is, your body doesn't separate itself. Your senses do not do that. Consciousness doesn't do that. Memories don't do that. Only one thought does it, I thought. So that creates the sense of separation. Therefore, you cannot remove the sense of separation without removing the I thought. So, ignorance of the I creates the problem. So, get the knowledge of the I. If it is about reaching it, it has already reached you. But still, if you feel distance, it is because of the ignorance of yourself. Therefore, know it. Jnanena va kaivalyam. Be aware of yours. That is why. How do I know it? That in whose presence I know everything. How to know that? That is where comes the words of the teacher reveals it. Sabda Brahma. The teacher only reveals it out. Scripture reveals it out. You don't have to travel distances in time or in space. Standing in the universe, if you are looking for universe, somebody just points it out. You are already in it. That words reveal all that is you are experiencing every moment. That is why Shastra is such a beautiful thing. Aho Guru, Aho Shastra. And where it can be anywhere around the world, whoever understands this can do that. But don't give a funny interpretation of the name it God means in associated in one place, or the truth is only in the heart or in the toes and somewhere. No, in and through everything. That which is everywhere is here. You can't escape being one with that. Thank you, friends. Just think over it for yourself. Ultimately, you have to do it for yourself, or else you will never understand. They said, the gentleman, Swami, I'll come sometimes, your words are magical, I like to know more about it. Knowing about somebody more, nothing will happen until you know about yourself completely. Thank you.